Now it's time to create that flyer. So you can see there's a little flyer that's been stuck in underneath the wiper blades of a car. You see it says Lost Kitty and there's a reward. So start creating your flyer immediately. After you've made the call, make those calls first. Then make a flyer. Make a physical paper flyer and make one for, like, that would be social media, email. Okay? So on that flyer, this is where your current photo is going to come into place. Their name, their age, possibly, if the flyer has space, you want definitely a little brief description, like black, they're brown, like for us, when Cleo was missing, we wrote floppy belly. That was one of the things that got us reunited. So something like that, where they were last seen. Most important is your contact information. And some people actually have those little, things that you can rip off. You just tear off the phone number or the contact information. So that's an idea that you could do. Not the flyers that are put up on telephone poles or at stop signs. I don't think it's legal to put it on a stop sign. But where people will come and stop in their car because they can't get out of their car and get the contact information. And also, this is where, not necessarily, but maybe on the flyer that you're going to put on a telephone pole or wherever you can put where people, like inside of a store or outside of a store, wherever you can put that information. And also, you're going to start distributing the flyer. Excuse me. So notice here, big, nice lost dog, and it's a color picture. If you can do a color picture, please put a color picture. And so this one has a face, okay, and you can see the paws. But if you can do the body, that would also be really, really helpful. Use your own judgment, whatever you think is best, whatever you can do really fast. And then, just get these flyers out there and get them up. Distribute the flyers everywhere. Start in your neighborhood. Start with your neighbors. So as you're distributing your flyers everywhere, go to your neighbors. Don't just, you might call them right away if you know them. But maybe you live in the city and you live in a high-rise apartment that's like New York City. It's like 40 or more stories, right? How are you going to get all the neighbors? One at a time. But say you live in a neighborhood, townhouses or houses, whatever, go door to door. We didn't go completely door to door, and we would have gotten our kitty Cleo back faster if we had just gone 2 houses up from where we started. So take your flyer, go to your neighbors. It's a great way to meet your neighbors. Hi, can you help me? My dog, my cat, my horse is missing. Hand them a flyer. Please call me if you see them. If they're not home, stick it in the door. Make that contact. Make sure they have this information. Go on your street, go the next street over, keep spreading out because you can't go far enough. We were 1 street away from where we were looking is where our kitty was, Cleo. If I had gone 1 more street over, there's a chance we would have found her sooner. We would have found her as opposed to the person that called us. Now, also, in addition to contacting your neighbors, because those are the most important people when your animal's missing, send your information to social media. So have a little short something that's going to grab somebody's attention, missing, lost, photo, animal. Then have details if there's a description, such as, the information that I mentioned earlier, their age, where they were last seen in this vicinity. That's really important because people are, if they're if they're not in your neighborhood, like they're in another town over, they're probably not going to pay attention as much as somebody that, oh, that's like really close to me. I'm going to be on the lookout. That probably makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Now, here's something that's really important that a lot of people don't think about when it comes to missing animals. Contact your postal worker. So your mail person used to be the mailman when I was growing up, even if it was a female. So if there's somebody that walks the neighborhood, stop them, say hi, hand them a flyer. They might not be able to take it, but just tell them to be on the lookout. They know who you are because they deliver your mail. Have them just have them notify you where they saw your animal, right? And if it's somebody like you're on a rural route like we are, where they just drive up to your mailbox stop and then they go on, you can go out and catch them and give them a flyer, or just say, hey, would you mind being on the lookout for this dog, this cat, this horse, whoever, bunny, whoever, right? Just let them know. Another thing that a lot of people don't think about, people that are out walking or people that are out jogging, if there's someone that you see on a regular basis, or just go out there and with your flyers and just hand them out to people that you see out walking around, because they're out and about and they might notice. So they probably see dogs and cats and other critters while they're walking, jogging, but they might not know that, hey, this is Fluffy, I need to call so-and-so. So don't be bashful. Here is something that I didn't do, and if I had contact a crossing guard, they would have had our Cleo back to us very fast. School crossing guards or any kind of a crossing guard, they're out and about. Don't be bashful. Give them a flyer. Say, please, just let me know. Let the kids know, but tell them not to chase after the animal, just to, let an adult know so that they can contact you. But definitely a crossing guard, because it turned out Cleo was going up to, was kind of walking on this drainage ditch that went behind a lot of houses all the way up to the school. And my parents were like, oh, I think we saw Cleo. And we're like, well, she wouldn't be that far away. She was. It was her. She was just like really traveling and covering a lot of territory. So you just never know. Don't be shy. Get the word out to everybody. Also, if you have a neighborhood newsletter, okay, I know there aren't neighborhood newsletters that go to houses anymore. If there is one, though, put a little notice in, and make it like eye-catching. We wrote like, help us find Cleo. She missed her 9th birthday party. Just something, and like somebody caught it. That's how we got Cleo back. But if they're like, now there's like these social media kinds of a neighborhood app places where people go for neighborhood kinds of stuff, place something right there, please. Like, just really reach out to anybody and everybody. It's so important. But this is why it's so important to have this flyer and distribute it.